When thinking about buying a home, there are several common questions that may come into play. Here are a few of those. If this is your first time to the channel and you are interested in moving to Ascension Parish, Greater Baton Rouge area, or surrounding parts of Louisiana, stay tuned. We'd love for you to subscribe to our channel and tap the bell so that you can be the first to be notified when there's new videos and valuable information you may be interested in. My name is Amy, and my business partner Maria and I get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people just like you who are interested in or considering making a move to the Ascension Parish area or surrounding parts of Greater Baton Rouge. We would love the opportunity to hear from you to help you to make a smooth, seamless move to our area. One of the first common questions is, what can I afford? So either you have cash and you're going to purchase a home with your cash, or you're going to get a home loan. So for most people, the bottom line, the most important thing when they're talking about getting a home loan, or there's two items, is what will this cost me monthly, and what cash to close will I need on closing day? So what money am I going to need to bring with me in order to make this closing a success? We will connect you with a wonderful, trustworthy mortgage lender if you need to get a loan. We'll give you several options and you can choose who you'd like to work with, whose personality you mesh best with, and who you feel to be is the most professional that can assist you with this task of getting a home loan. So monthly note consists of four things: the principal and interest, your homeowner's insurance, 1/12 of it, and your property tax, 1/12 of that as well. So when you pay your monthly note, you're paying a little bit of your taxes and a little bit of your homeowner's insurance monthly. Those four elements are called PITI, principal, interest, property taxes, and homeowner's insurance. So the other super important thing that people want to know is, what amount of money am I going to need to bring with me on closing day? So this consists of two parts. One, if you're paying a down payment, so that money would need to be brought with you to closing day. And then also if there are any closing costs and prepaid items that you're responsible for. So your closing costs and your prepaid items, closing costs are the fees that it takes to get the loan processed and taken care of, and your prepaid items, which is usually 1 year of property taxes and 1 year of homeowner's insurance. So the two components that most people find super important in what can I comfortably afford, or what's my monthly note going to be, and how much money am I going to need to bring with me, if any, on closing day. The second most common question that we get is, what is the current market like? Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? I can tell you all about what the market looks like today. However, you may be watching this video 6 months or a year down the road, and in many cases, the market will have changed some. So I would definitely prefer to give you a fresh and updated market update for the time that you will actually be entering into the real estate market. So give Maria and I a call, a text, or an email, and we're more than happy to give you the current market update. The next most common question is, what's exactly the process of buying a home look like? So there are so many different variables. You can buy an existing home, you can build a new home, you can build a custom home, you can buy a home that needs renovations. I would love the opportunity to sit down with you one-on-one and go over, what are your needs? What are you hoping to find? And kind of go through the steps of the process with you on an individual basis, so that the steps make sense to the process that you're actually about to enter into. So if you hate new construction homes, I don't want to go into details of what buying a new construction home looks like, because you may want to buy a fixer-upper and gut the house and and renovate it from the studs out. So everybody has an individual set of needs, and the process could be a little bit different based on what your needs and your goals are. So again, shoot us a text, give us an email, give us a call. We would love to set up a time to sit down with you and hear about what you're looking to do, what your goals are, and how we can help you to accomplish those and what the process looks like for you specifically. The fourth most common question we get is, should I rent or should I buy? I believe that if you're going to come to our area and you know you're going to be here for a year, it probably makes the most sense for you to rent something. However, if you're going to be coming to the area and you believe yourself to be a resident here for a while, I think it makes the most sense to buy something. So again, it's really important for us to know what your goals are, what you're hoping to find, how long you plan to be here, and we can absolutely give you a good recommendation of what we think would be the best interest as far as investing in yourself in making a purchase or renting. Another common question is, what type of property will suit my needs? So when you're buying property, you can buy land, you can buy a single family dwelling, you can buy a mobile home, you can buy a condominium or a townhome, and you have different needs as a buyer. So we'd like to hear from you. Do you not like to do yard work? Do you not ever want to maintain anything on the exterior? If that's the case, a condominium may be perfect for you. If you like a lot of privacy, if you don't care to have neighbors, then you may want a house on a piece of land. There's so many different people who have different needs, and we would love to hear from you and help you to understand all the different options and the different types of property that you can buy so that we can help customize what you need and match it to a property that's out there that will be perfect for you. Another really common question is, how do I choose the right area? We can help you to evaluate if schools are important. We can help you to know what houses and what subdivisions and neighborhoods are zoned for what schools. There's a great website in our parish that you can plug in an address and it'll tell you what schools that home is zoned for. Other factors that are very important to a lot of people: safety and security. That will guide you as to how much activity there is with regards to police and safety. Let's face it, there are crimes that go on all around us in the affluent areas, in the not so affluent areas. It's all around us, and we have to face the fact that it is something we need to deal with. Close proximity to your work. Do you love to have an hour drive in the morning, or does driving in traffic or driving for that long to go to work make you want to pull your hair out? We will help you to evaluate safety, distance to work, distance to the things that you know you and your family and friends would love to do, schools, what there is around you, amenities. We're here to help you. We're here to offer value to you and help you to understand our area, what's available, and where you might need to go, what satisfies your needs. Another common question is, how do I know if I'm selecting the right real estate agent? So my suggestion to you is to do some interviews. Interview some agents and find out who gives you a certain comfort level as far as communication skills, professionalism, confidence in the market, and so on and so forth. So interview some agents and determine who kind of matches with your personality needs, professional needs, expertise, and so on. You're going to want an agent who provides you with the information that is important to you in making your decision in finding that place that suits all of your wants and all of your needs. You want an agent that has confidence. You want an agent that has knowledge of what the market is looking like and what's projected to look like in the future. And bottom line is, you want someone who's professional, and whose personality you can mesh with, because this is somebody that you're going to spend some time with over the process, from when you're determining in the very beginning what your wants, needs, and goals are, to when you're shopping and you're out and about walking through some doors and looking at options, to making an offer and going through the inspection phase and the appraisal phase and so on and so forth. You want somebody that has a good network of other professionals, because you are going to encounter other professionals that are needed throughout this process. You're going to need a great inspector. You're going to need to know who to contact for insurance. There's a lot of different aspects, and you want to make sure this person is a wealth of information that can provide you with what you need to get to the goal, which is securing a home, closing, and moving in. Start to finish, it could be a 35-day process, but it could also be weeks or months, depending on what your time frame is and how long it takes to find that perfect property. So like I said, sometimes it happens really quickly and sometimes it takes a little time. Finding that perfect real estate agent to help you is absolutely a personal decision, and you're going to want to talk to some people to determine who that right person might be for you. Okay, what costs are involved in buying a house? So I mentioned earlier that you're going to have the monthly note. You're going to know in advance of closing what you're going to need as far as cash to close. So how much money am I going to need to bring to closing, if any? Along the way throughout the process, before closing, the buyer, you would be responsible for any inspections that you choose to have. So a general home inspection in most cases is highly recommended. And there may be some other inspections that you may choose to have, like examples. If the house has a private sewage system, that would need to be inspected. Oftentimes we can negotiate for the seller to have that inspection done. Water well inspections. Again, this is something that oftentimes when we write an offer, we can negotiate for the seller to take care of this for us. But there are a lot of other inspections you can choose to have that would typically be your expense as a buyer. For example, a termite inspection. In some parts of Louisiana, having the plumbing inspected is recommended and common, but not in all parts of the state. Other inspections you may choose to have are the slab or foundation inspected. And typically when we are looking at houses and we're looking at the property disclosure and we're learning about the details of the house and its history, you want a professional realtor that can give you some suggestions as to what inspections may be beneficial for you to have done. So also the home inspector oftentimes may give you some recommendations. The home inspector does a very general, thorough home inspection. But if there are some things that they notice that might need a little more attention, they may say, hey, I would recommend you have, this person look at this. This needs to be inspected a little bit further beyond my knowledge and expertise. So inspections are another cost that you would need to be aware of as a buyer. Also as a buyer, if you're getting a home loan, an appraisal is something that you will be expected to pay, and the lender will coordinate this. You don't need to worry about hiring the appraiser. The lender will take care of this, but it is going to be a fee for you to pay. Another thing you need to factor in as far as finances and monies that you may expect to have to pay is when you own a home, there will be maintenance and there will be things that need to be repaired or replaced. So having a fund that you continue to build as far as savings for maintenance and replacement components that need to be replaced over time is very, very smart. Another common question, hey, can I negotiate price? Of course. And this is another reason why you want to have a realtor that has a lot of knowledge and expertise, because it's part of our job to determine if the price of whatever you're buying is in the fair range, if it's overpriced, or maybe it could be underpriced. So absolutely, prices are negotiable. In some cases, the house is priced exactly where it needs to be, but sometimes it's not. So we want to know, when we're making an offer, is that price kind of in the ballpark of what it should be? And based on that information, we can determine, how we negotiate the price for you. Remember, there are specific questions that can vary based on individual circumstances and regional factors. It's always advisable for you to evaluate and get recommendations from the professionals in that realm. If we have questions about whether the title may be clear or so on and so forth, that's a title attorney question, and we can always get you to the right person when you do have those specific questions. If you have questions with regards to an insurance agent, that can help you to address your concerns and your questions, and so on and so forth. So a real estate agent can be very valuable answering a lot of your questions and concerns about the market and specifics and inspections and so on and so forth. But we'll always want to guide you in the right direction so that you can talk to that professional that is most skilled and knowledgeable in the topics that you are having questions and concerns about. I hope this has been helpful to you. And if you have specific comments, questions, or concerns, please put them in the comments below, and Maria and I would love to address those for you. So whether you are moving from within our area or you're moving from outside of our area, whether you're upsizing or downsizing, you're buying an investment property, Maria and I would love the opportunity to help you make a seamless transition, satisfying all of your real estate needs. So give us a call, shoot us an email, or send us a text, and we'd love to help you get started on the process.